to my channel. As y'all can see by the title, we are doing a girls talk today. I put together a few topics for y'all because I'm like, I know I like to talk a lot and I know y'all like my advice, so I'm just like, let's just put a few topics together, let's talk about it. I know a lot of these things y'all can relate to, and I know I want to make my girl talks more about subject-based things than just rants, because I just feel like rants are just, they so random. We start talking about one thing, we all the way over here, and I don't remember what I said. It's just too much. Now, I do want to mention, I did get a mic, but I do not like the way the audio sounds, so I am going to practice. I'm gonna see if it's something that I'm doing wrong. I'm not sure what exactly it is, so if you hear an echo in the background, please try to ignore it. I'm hoping that it's not too annoying. So being a young woman in your 20s is already hard enough, because I just feel like some of us feel like we should be way further than we are. Some people feel like we're right where we need to be. Some people feel like, you know, I do so much and I feel so underappreciated. I feel like everybody's always going through some sort of something in their 20s, whether it's figuring out their finances, love, friends, family, starting a family. Because, you know, remember the joke we used to say to each other, like, what's ourselves really like, all right, cool, I'm gonna be married by like 21, I'm gonna have kids by this age, I'm gonna have a house by that age. Right, let's all just laugh for that. Let's just laugh for that. Not because some of us have not made that happen. I do see a lot of people that's around my age or younger getting married and they're actually like happy. Like things are actually working out for them. Oh my God, one thing I hate is when stuff start to go wrong once you do it on camera. Like, you know damn well this don't happen. This does not happen off camera. But yeah, we're still trying to figure it out. But for the most part, we just trying to figure it out, right? And I feel like where I'm at in my life right now, I feel like it's been very harmful to me and my growth, that I just feel like I come to certain points where I feel like I don't know who the fuck I am. Okay, and it's just like I have to be constantly reminded all the time. My mom is literally like, look, I will take myself out of my body, put myself in your body just to be you, because we go outside, I get noticed, people be so happy to see me, they look like so like starstruck, and I'm like, little old me, girl, please. But it's only because I feel like I'm not where I want to be, but that doesn't take away from how far I've come right now. So it's like, although I'm super grateful about, you know, everything that I've accomplished at this age, I'm about to be 26 in a few months, I'm very, very grateful, and I do understand. Oh my God, this looks like a lot. I swear, y'all, don't do this. I feel like a lot of people my age or even younger, because I've been doing this for years, y'all. I've been doing this for years, but you know, a lot has been going on in my life lately that has caused me to kind of fall off my pivot. And this is not me really trying to feel bad for myself, because I just feel like whatever happens, really. Oh my God. And it's like I try not to be so hard on myself about certain things, because I'm still growing, I'm still learning, I'm still making mistakes. And I feel like we forget that it's okay to make mistakes. There's no age limit either for mistakes. Now, certain mistakes, you definitely should know better, especially by certain ages. But we go through life every single day. We make mistakes every single day. And it's just like, do we really want to sit there and be ridiculed by every single little thing that we do? Like, you live and you learn. I feel like that's what really builds character, and that's what really helps you understand, like, okay, cool, I'm meant to be this person. When I did this is not who I really am, but I was emotional, or I was impulsive, or you know, whatever the case may be. And I just feel like a lot of those mistakes that I have made, of course now I try not to, like, you know, like I said, be so hard on myself, but sometimes too, a lot of the times actually, I tell myself that I have to stop making excuses for certain things that I do, knowing that it's a choice of what I do. And it's like, yeah, I could come on camera or whatever the case may be, because y'all know I'm not perfect. I don't try to be perfect. Sometimes it's hard to try to not be perfect, because you see all your peers and everybody around you seeming perfect, which we'll talk about. But it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not perfect. It really comes down to just learning simple life lessons and determining how you want to live your life and what type of things that you want to be included in your story. Because at the end of the day, this is your story. This don't belong to nobody else. Overall, I just feel like I'm just still trying to figure it out, and that's okay. When I tell you, when I look back on my 20s, and I don't know, I feel like I've been pressuring myself a lot lately, because I am in my, I don't want to say later 20s, because I'm literally only about to be 26, but at the same time, if you want to do an estimate, okay, I am past 25, which means you round up, which means I'm 30 tomorrow, okay? That's literally how I feel. So I'm just kind of like, damn, like, it was all fun and games until years pass you by, and then you're just kind of like, damn, like, there's literally no excuse for why I'm in A, B, and C type of a situation, right? And it's like, of course, some of us have personal issues or certain trauma that, you know, causes us to do certain things, which essentially we still also can't make an excuse for, because a lot of people go through a lot of things and turn out to be a whole different person. But at the same time, some of us just sink. Some of us sink and stay down, and some of us sink and come back up. It's really subjective. It just depends on the person. It depends on how bad you want it. But I don't know, am I the only person where I just catch myself like, I got it. Oh fuck, I'm losing it, come back, I'm losing it. I just feel like I lose it so much, and not because I'm literally losing it, but my mind sometimes is just kind of like, I want to say my mind is pessimistic sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I self-sabotage a lot, and I hate that for me, because it's just like I have so much potential, and I know I have so much potential, like, and I love that for me, but it's like essentially nothing is gonna happen for you until you believe in you, because everybody could believe in you all they want. Everybody could say how amazing you are, how talented you are, you know, etc., but essentially if you don't feel like that about yourself, then what are you really doing? What are you really doing? Like, what are we really talking about here? So with that statement, I just say, if you are in your early 20s, teenagers, because some of y'all teenagers be feeling so pressured by love. Even in your early 20s, a lot of y'all be feeling so pressured about like not finding love, or feeling like you're not where you want to be in life. Let me tell you something. If I could go back and be 23, 22, 21, 2019, okay? So like, I swear to God, I would be moving such a different way. Of course, I didn't have the mindset I have now, but I would literally kill to have more time. Seriously. So I just want y'all to stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Like, it's gonna be okay. It's really gonna be okay. Like, take your time. Take your time. There's literally no rush. I don't know what imaginary time when we all set for ourselves, because it never really be that deep. But I feel like we all have like an invisible time. Like, okay, boom, I want to do this by this time. I want to have this done by this time. And then, of course, as mentioned, you see things on social media. You see the Aries, you see the Jada Waiters, you see all of these young influencers, which is essentially beautiful, right? But at the end of the day, that's how their story was supposed to go. Your story just might not supposed to go like that, you know? And it's not for everybody. I know, especially when we see how easy certain people get it. It's like, damn, I want to do this just like them. Or I want to do OnlyFans like that person. Or I want to get a rapper baby daddy like that one. Or I want to, let me get an athlete. Let me get a basketball player. Let me get pregnant by President Obama. Like, it's all, they make it seem so easy, and it's like, it always looks like that on social media, but I promise that's not the reality. You know how many celebrities or IG models or whatever the case may be I met, and they were nothing like what I expected, or they were stressed out just as much as we was, or whatever the case may be. Don't get me wrong, I don't feel like I'm the typical average person, but I don't feel like I'm a celebrity of any kind. I'm very humble, and I know exactly who I am, and I'm not trying to be nobody else. But they go through the same things we go through. I just feel like they have better resources to help them deal with it. That's really all it be. Y'all don't feel like that? I really feel like that's all it be. Let me find out I just cracked the code. Because hold on. But of all this, I feel like I just learned that if I keep letting these years go past, and I choose to self-doubt or second guess myself, or not even try to, you know, try new things, adapt, because, you know, of course, that's a major thing that you need to do in order to succeed, in order to create longevity for you and your brand, especially if you're like an entrepreneur, content creator. This is like literally targeted to us for the most part. When I tell you, it is so hard to climb up out of that, because at the end of the day, people want what they want. Once they tired of you, girl, you is gone. You're gone. So sometimes I be feeling like, damn, am I gone? But I know one thing about me, I can never be gone. But at the same time, sometimes I do feel like, damn, like, do I not have it anymore? Like, of course, I'm gonna have to come on camera or take a picture and be like, girl, I was bugging out. Like, why would I ever think that? But it be times where I'm just like, I don't think I could come out of that. So with that being said, I feel like I came up with a few things to just learn how to reinvent myself, and just to keep me feeling like I'm that girl to me. I don't feel like I have a point to prove to absolutely nobody, because at the end of the day, like I said, everybody's going through their own thing. So the nerve of me to feel like that I have to prove myself to somebody else, not even knowing what their story is or what they're going through. Because I feel like a lot of these times, especially when celebrities was actually like celebrities, we used to think they was pretty much invincible, perfect, they don't go through nothing. And then when we found out they was going through stuff, it's just like, wow, how is so and so going through this? Like when Beyonce came out with Lemonade, we was like, Jay cheating on B? Beyonce, are you dumb? Like, that's really how it was. I feel like that was all of our reactions, especially, of course, they gonna sing it in the music, and Beyonce don't play that public. You will never know what Beyonce is going through unless she's singing in that mic, child. So it's just kind of like, I don't put too much on that. But by the way, for people who don't know what I'm doing, I am underpainting. I love doing an underpainting method nowadays because I feel like it helps me get my makeup done way faster, and it helps me use less products. So we underpainting, y'all. But yeah, I came up with a few things that I feel like I want to share with y'all as far as like reinventing yourself is considered. And of course, once again, this is extremely subjective. You do not have to do these things. These are things that just personally work for me. These are things that just personally work for me, and if they could work for me, they might work for y'all. So a few things that I had came up with is actually first things first, doing what I say I'm gonna do. I never realized the power of actually doing what you say. Why did I put so much contour on my, it's like I'm talking to y'all and I'm doing things that I don't usually do, and now I gotta do twice the work just to fix it. Like, I do not be ODing like this. Anyways, I'm underpainting anyway, but it's like, bruh, now I'll be sitting here blending and talking to y'all for days. I'm gonna have to speed up a few things. Doing what you say you're gonna do, being a person of your word. And you know how significant it is to be a person of your word when it comes to other people, because if you anybody like me, you don't never want to let nobody down, and you don't never want to be the person or the reason why something didn't work out or whatever the case may be, because it's like, damn, all you have to do is keep your word. All you have to do is keep your word. So you don't never want to be that person. And I'm like, okay, if I could show up for everybody else in any other kind of way, I could damn sure show up for myself. So that's what I started doing. I also started to use the word no, because a lot of people only appreciate you for what you can do for them, and as soon as you can't do it no more, you're literally as good as that. Like, literally, they have no desire to support you or, you know, show you genuine love or whatever comes with that, you know, whatever the case may be. And I just be so tired of that. What comes with that is a whole bunch of emotional issues with yourself, thinking like, oh, nobody cares about me, or I'm not important, or whatever the case may be. But it's just like, no, some people just like to use you, and some people know you won't show up, so they decide to use you as just that, somebody who's just gonna show up. And we not people that just gonna show up for people. Some other things I did, mind you, I want y'all to understand that I'm still going through this process. Kind of like, I've been so hard on myself, and I'm just like, why are you being so damn hard on yourself as if things don't happen? Like, mistakes happen, all right, fix your mistake. Don't do this again, don't do that again. Move like this, say no to that. Time manage that. You know, it's a lot of things that you can do, but just take it easy on yourself. Maybe it wasn't meant to happen. And oh my God, I hated being one of those people who was like, well, if it was meant to be, then it will be. Or God, when everything happens for a reason. You ever heard somebody tell you everything happens for a reason when you going through something real bad, like real bad? Whether you are grieving, or you lost some money, or you lost your damn clothes, or something, and you just like, I don't want to hear that right now. Cause what happens for a reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? That's how I be feeling. But it's like, once you really sit on things and you think about things that actually did go wrong, you like, damn, if I would have just did this, or if I would have could have just did that, then this would have never happened. It's just kind of like, sometimes you gotta just take yourself out of yourself and just look at the situation for what it is. And it's just like, all right, maybe this is not that bad. I just gotta maneuver a little bit different. Another thing I had to stop doing was stop making it seem like I'm okay with things that I'm actually not okay with. I don't know how to, I'm gonna wrap this part up, because I'll be sitting here telling y'all ways I improve myself. That could be a whole nother video if that's what we need. I had to stop acting like I was okay with things I'm not okay with, and only to avoid confrontation. But hear me out, right? I'm not the scary type of avoid confrontation. I'm gonna drag it if we get into confrontation type of situation. And it's just like, you don't never wanna lose a significant other or a friend or a family member due to something that you did that you cannot come back from. Because essentially, right, when somebody does something to you, you feel like, all right, well, when I retaliate, because we all got a little bit of petty in us, when it's my turn, when I do it, I don't want to hear nothing, right? But then essentially, some of us just wound up dragging it, and it was like, I get what that person did, but you dragged it. You didn't have to do that, and then it makes you in the wrong, right? Whether it's what you said, what you did, how you went about the situation. Sometimes the reaction is way worse than the action, and we just have to be conscious about things like that, because it could also affect us. It's not, sometimes it doesn't just affect the person, sometimes it could affect us greatly too, because it's just like, damn, that was probably very out of character. Some people are okay with being petty though. Some of y'all, is okay with being petty. And don't get me wrong, Paris is petty queen. I love a quick pet, love to be pet, because I just feel like I don't bother nobody. So if you chose to bother me, I'm gonna make you feel it because you should have left me alone. But at the same time, a lot of times that I was being petty with certain things, I realized that that didn't do nothing for me. I didn't grow from it. I didn't learn anything from it. You know, it gave me no satisfaction, and I actually care about people, you know. But if I don't care about you, it's over. But you know, we should thrive to be better people, and sometimes it's okay not to get one up on somebody. Like sometimes their form of revenge, or the revenge that they truly do deserve, will come in a form where you don't even see it, but they're definitely feeling it, and it's just way better than anything you could have did. So those are just a few things. If y'all want like a whole video on things that, you know, I'm doing to reinvent myself, and you don't have to always do something so major. Like a lot of these times cause sometimes I watch videos on how to reinvent yourself, and you know, certain videos, yes y'all, I used to be the how to get away. Like I used to be one of those girls, but I don't do that no more, y'all, but I definitely was, I ain't gonna lie. But you have to start somewhere, and I just feel like that's the beauty of it, because once you can prove to yourself that you can actually get to step 1 and then step 2, and then you see a growth, you're like, wow, so step 10 doesn't even look so far compared to step 1 to 10. You're not even ready. You ain't even do the prepping in between, girl. What is you doing? You are about to self-sabotage very quickly because you're not even ready for step number 10. You're not ready. Calm down. Take it day by day. Take it step by step. Relax. One at a time. I hope this lighting is a little bit better, because as y'all can see, I am struggling with lighting, child, but we're gonna make it work. I feel like the last 2 topics kind of tied into each other, so we just gonna move on straight to the 3rd topic. Now, I know I am not the only person that feels like this, but am I the only person who feels like I am literally a hopeless romantic, but my standards will not allow me to fall for anything? I just be feeling like nowadays, I just want to be in love. I just want to be in love. I want to have fun. I want to travel. I want to this, that, and the third. Yes, I am young. Yes, I know. But at the same time, I like what I like. You don't have to be just serial dating all the time and casually having sex and, you know, stuff like that. That doesn't have to be the only flex or the only way to live your young 20s. Like, you could be happily in love too. However, it should still be equally balanced, and you should still be able to have your fun and have your way with it. But I just feel like a lot of the men of my generation, they just constantly, I feel like, and I don't want to speak for everybody, right? But I just can't help but to feel like they don't really care about the process of actually finding love. Besides the fact that some men are obviously not looking for love, and some women are just looking for love in the wrong places, which is also a topic that we can cover on a different date. But at the same time, it's just like a lot of these men will actually make it seem like they love you, or they got feelings for you, or they want to be in a relationship, right? And then it's like when you actually do it, they want you to do compromising things to keep them happy. Let's talk about it. All types of different sexual acts, and you have to overcompensate, and you have to obey me. You have to be submissive. But it's just like, nigga, you're not only subjected to just providing, or whatever the case may be, buying me a few things, or whatever people's standard of love nowadays is, right? Oh, I hope the lighting is doing what it's supposed to do, y'all. I had to blend my foundation in a little bit more, but let me just put a few dots because I went a little bit too far with this foundation. I feel like nowadays love isn't truly what it's supposed to be or what it used to be. It's so hard to find somebody who, you know, loves you for you, and they're easily influenced by what's going on around them or who they hanging out with. So I just be feeling like I'm not about to sit here and subject myself to deal with cheating or disrespect or anything that doesn't fall under the love category, because I think certain things are just not love. Yeah, somebody can love you and do certain things, but at the same time, if you love me, you wouldn't do, right? Y'all follow me. So that's how I just feel like, damn, like, when am I gonna find, sometimes I be thinking like, damn, am I gonna find my person or whatever the case may be. Oh, I also feel like God's divine timing, child. And I know, like I just said, sometimes you don't want to hear that, because some days I'm just like, oh, I'm getting old. I want to have kids. Like, you know, I don't want to be an old mother. No shade to the old mothers, but I don't want to be an old mother. So it's just kind of like, so it's like, when is it going to be my time? I feel like we all get like that, especially some of us that just be swimming up and down like, I don't care about no love, like, I'm good, I ain't worried about me, this, that, and the third, but be at nighttime holding your pillow, like, oh, watching them cute little videos, like, her posting all the subs on Instagram, the memes. Like, girl, we get it. You want to be so strong and independent, girl. I feel like everybody needs love. There's nothing wrong with that. I know all of us, when we get to a certain point in life, we like, damn, I wish I could build a man. Like, I wish I could go to buildaman.com or in a mall and put a little bit of this, put a little bit of that, sprinkle a little bit of this, drown them with that, you know, and make your own personal custom man. Because first of all, if we could have that, we would all be happily in love, child. So obviously it's not meant for all of us to, you know, no shade. Sometimes we are just not meant to subject ourselves to dealing with certain things, because it's just like, yeah, God don't want that for us, or God didn't send you that person. I feel like you can't even see the true effect of my makeup. Like, I have so many lights on me, but the lighting is not right. Hopefully I can fix the lighting in this video, but the lighting is not right. I'm gonna save the last topic for when I am done my eyes and when I curl my hair real quick, because I cannot curl my hair on camera. I'm gonna take too long. I need to get started right now. So let me do my eyes and my hair. We're gonna wrap this video up with the last topic. I will be right back. So for this topic, I want the women who feel exactly how I feel or felt like they've been in my place to just give some tips and give some advice when it comes to this, because I do feel like I'm outgrowing it a bit, but I also feel like it has to be a certain environment for me to adapt as such, right? So one of my main things is feeling like I have a strong independent woman syndrome, right? And I just made that up. So basically, I just feel like, of course, what does that stem from? That stems from constantly being let down, disappointed. So you feel like I just want to do everything on my own, essentially, because I know I'm going to get it done. Like, I'm not going to hear no. It's not going to be half. I was about to say something. It's not going to be half done. It's going to be exactly the way we want it, how we want it, and we don't have to ask too much, especially if we do it ourselves, right? But there's so much harm in that, because it's beyond a submissive woman to me. It's actually with all aspects of my life, right? So I basically feel like when it comes to my work, I don't even want to hire anyone to help me, because I feel like if they mess up, which mistakes happen, right? But if they mess up on things that I know I would have never messed up on, I'm instantly going to be blamed. It's not, oh, my assistant messed up, or oh, my intern did. No, it's gonna fall back on me and my brand, right? So that's essentially what scares me. And honestly, I feel like I'm not sure when to draw the line. And it's really not intentional, honestly. It's not intentional, but I feel like it's built within me, and I'm just kind of trying to break out of it. So some examples would be like the constant feeling of not wanting to be let down, of course, like I said. So you just feel the need to, oh no, I got it. You ever heard of somebody that just, I got it to death? Like, I got it, don't worry about it. You could be burning the fire, somebody got wood, and it's like, no, okay, it's fine. No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's not that deep, you know? And I'm like, that's very unhealthy. And it comes to the point where even my peers tell me, like, stop doing that. And it's like, I'm not doing it on purpose, but it's just like a second nature kind of thing. Sometimes I feel like I make things a little bit harder than they need to be, because I'm refusing help that is being presented to me, right? So another one, when we related to, you know, dating and a man and stuff like that, is I think it's a little bit harder to naturally submit, because I'm just so used to taking care of certain things. So certain things a man is supposed to do, like open the door or help you build something. Don't be a man and come around me trying to build some shelf, because let me get my tools out and I will drill it myself. Why? Not because I have a point to prove and want to look super independent, but I'm just like, you know what it also is too, now that I think about it? I think it's the satisfaction of knowing that I just did something by myself that does something for me. Like, I like the thought of actually working hard to get something. So a shelf, or I was about to say put up a TV, but y'all know damn well I ain't never put up no TV. I'm not that strong and independent. Get a man, I need a big strong man to do it, because I can't, y'all. But even stuff like that, or to build a table, especially if you're an entrepreneur, or you just like different things in your space, workspace, your room, whatever the case may be. You like desks, shelves, stuff like that. I am so quick to pick up a tool, and I would say read the instructions, but depending on how easy it looks, I just might, because you know we don't read the instructions nowadays. We do not be reading instructions. So I don't know, it's just a weird thing for me. And honestly, I just try not to drag it too much into, you know, when it really matters, because men could get intimidated when you don't just let a man be a man. And I had to learn that the hard way, and that's a way of demasculating a man. But I never thought about it like that, because that's never what it seemed like to me. So I could go on and on about this all day, y'all, but am I the only one? Because I know I can't be the only one. Y'all, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I am so sorry for the noise. They literally just shut it off, so I picked my camera up and it's like, let me hurry up and record my girls. Exactly, that's my point. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all check out my TikTok. I did a little get ready with me. Check the outfit. She's cute. She's very cute and useful. Yeah. Shop the body wearing dress with the back out because we are grown and sexy. Don't look at my rolls. Christian Dior slides, Zara bag, baddie in the fit. I hope this video was very helpful. I hope y'all enjoyed this girl talk, and y'all know there is plenty more coming. So with that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next girl talk. Later, y'all.